The President of the United States gave a speech. Listen to what he says.
Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy. But while the threat to American democracy is real, I want to say as clearly as we can, we are not powerless in the face of these threats. We are not bystanders in this ongoing attack on democracy. There are far more Americans from every background and belief who reject the extreme MAGA ideology than those that accept it.
So it's not semi-fascist anymore. It's not ultra-MAGA. It's MAGA Republicans, which is America First Republicans. Listen to then how he defines what a MAGA force is. This is what don't say his words, by the way.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love.
So if you are a pro-life conservative, you are a MAGA Republican, you are taking away people's rights, and you are dangerous to the constitutional republic.
Let's first hear from yesterday, right before the meeting, or right before the speech.
Is tonight a political speech?
No, it's not a political speech. This is an opportunity, again, for the president to directly have a conversation with the American people.
The irony of this is pretty telling, because when you look at it, this is a guy that borders in total chaos. The crime rates have soared. The bureaucracies have been weaponized with 87 new IRS agents, and this guy's sitting there like he's Darth Vader. I mean, with the two soldiers behind him, and then we know that they've got all this issues with the FBI and bias. So all of that takes place. It sounds like they're not even aware of what the American people are actually thinking about right now.
He looked for all the world like a fascist strongman, and I sat there watching it. And again, I was truly offended. I felt sorry for those young Marines that were used that way.
Yeah.
Having never worn the uniform, I don't think he understands the military ethos and how insulting that was for the military.
Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans, we must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy.
This speech, I think, was the most hate-filled speech in American history. But it is equally important to remember one thing and one thing only. Joe Biden has always been a divider of the American people.
I think the American people can see the destruction that the Biden administration has brought to their families and to their communities. And I am confident that they will hear that speech last night and they will say that is not someone that has any prayer of unifying our country, nor anyone who's going to take the country in the direction that a conservative Christian like me wants it to go.
I would never label myself as a MAGA Republican just because that's not the way I talk. Now, am I a Christian conservative? Yeah. And guess what? That's essentially what he's saying in here.
Yes.
Which is, if you have a belief system that says life begins, in the womb,
right,
then sorry, you're not with the mainstream, so therefore you are our enemy. And it's absurd. And I hope what this does is wakes people up, because they've been sleeping for the last 3 weeks. And they need to wake up, because we're seeing elections change. We're seeing things move. It is time to get there.